everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and we have a very quick little update on some Xenoverse news. This is more Xenoverse news coming out of interviews that come from the Paris gaming conventions. Sometimes the translation in the interviews are pretty rough because obviously they're in Paris, so the people who are getting the translation from Japanese, because Dimps is Japanese, so they are speaking in Japanese, which gets translated into French, so the interviewers can ask the questions and understand their answers. And then from the French translation of the Japanese translation, it gets translated into English, so some of the translations are a little rough. But Saiyan Island has an update on an interview for us here, and they kind of just summarized what it all came down to, what exactly everything meant. So, thank you, Saiyan Island, for doing that. The link to this article will be in the description down below, but I recommend you to hear what I have to say first, because I have some interesting twists on some things. So, let's just start with the beginning. Here we go. So, Hiro-san did not explicitly say that there would be any additional Dragon Ball GT characters aside from the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku, but the way he worded his answer leaves the door open for others. Now, as we know from data mining and other interviews that have came out earlier this week, GT characters are probably going to be in the game. They're probably going to be DLC, but at the very least they will be late downloads. Whether they're free or actual paid content, they will be downloadable content in the future. I can't say will confirmed, but probably will be downloadable content in the future, again, free or otherwise. The next bullet point says Kid Goku and King Piccolo are not planned for Dragon Ball Xenoverse because they can't fly. In Xenoverse, one of the goals was to allow players to enjoy the experience of flying. Dimps is currently deciding how they're going to handle the playable character Hercule, or Mr. Satan, who is confirmed for this game. Just to point out, in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and other past games, Hercule had a jetpack, so he flew around with a jetpack. It would be weird for them to slap a jetpack on Goku or King Piccolo, but they did have Kid Goku and King Piccolo in past games. What would happen is they would just be able to jump really high, and then they would very, very slowly fall back to Earth. So it's kind of weird. I can see Dimps not wanting to take that route because it's kind of unrealistic for the Dragon Ball world. But it does kind of confirm Dragon Ball won't be in the game. To me, at least, that's the way I interpret it. Because if you're not going to have two of the most main characters in Kid Goku and King Piccolo, because they're not able to fly, there were a lot of people in Dragon Ball who couldn't fly, if any. I don't know. Anyways, that basically might exclude all of Dragon Ball. Now, we speculated before because they're putting items in the game, like Goku's Power Pole from Dragon Ball and a couple others. So it made you wonder if he was going to be able to if Dragon Ball was actually going to be able to show up. But since then, they haven't really spoke of it the way they've spoke of GT, and giving a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and making Vegeta a pre-order DLC bonus, and not DLC, but a pre-order bonus, and then talking about a couple other GT characters through data mining and other things. But kind of confirms Dragon Ball as a whole won't be in the game, which will bum a lot of people out. I am one of those people. More characters are always a better thing, but it looks like it's something that we're going to have to deal with. Moving on from there, there have been a lot of requests for beam struggles in the network test and event demos of Xenoverse. When two beams collide, the more powerful beam was winning in the network test. If they're equal in power, they cancel each other out. But it was never officially mentioned whether the final game would have beam struggle clashes or not. I can tell you just from, personally what I think. I would assume that it will be in the final version of the game. I think they will find a way to pull out beam struggles. I think they will find a way to make beam struggles a thing in the final version of the game. I think it's going to happen. They still have months to sort it out. That's just my input, though. We can't confirm or deny it. But come back to me when Xenoverse comes out, and it probably has this in there. And be like, wow, Thundershot called it in this video that he did back in November. But anyways, moving on to the next one. Data from the network test will not carry over to the final version of the game. So, since the network test was only available to PS3 users, if you have a PS3 and you thought, hey, maybe since I got my character to level 10 during the beta, when the actual game comes out, I'll be able to pick up my same character and he'll still be level 10. Not the way it's going to work. Can't carry over network test, which I didn't expect anyways. I'm getting it on PS4 anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered either way. But was just something to consider, something to think about. PS3 players will not be able to play PS4 players online. I'm assuming that goes double for the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. Not that it mattered because they have a really, really small community anyway, but PS3 able... This is a big question I've been getting a lot. I didn't think it was going to happen. I've said that before in past videos. I didn't think PS3 players were going to be able to play with PS4 players, but now it's confirmed. That will not be a thing, and I am completely okay with that. Moving on to the next bullet point, the music used in the network test is not definitive of the final version. There was speculation that Kenji Yamamoto from Nintendo's Metroid series was going to be the composer, but he will not be, turns out. But basically what it means, since the music is not final, what you were hearing in battle music during scenes from the network test, when it wasn't cutting out, and the music, this kick-ass elevator music from Taki Taki City might not be making a return. I might be a little upset if the music that replaces it isn't badass, but the elevator music from Taki Taki City was kind of funny. And that's pretty much it. They have a last bullet point that mentions that there's obviously a mystery character that still has yet to be revealed, but that's pretty much it. Quick little update for you guys. I want you guys to hit the subscribe button if you're new on here, because I cover Dragon Ball Xenoverse news, Dragon Ball Z, New Movie 2015 news, and I do playthroughs if you want to check out any of my recent tabs for anything like that. But, like I said, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Link to the article in the description down below. I am Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace. And that's pretty much it. They have a last bullet point that mentions that there's obviously a mystery character that still has yet to be revealed, but that's pretty much it. Quick little update for you guys. I want you guys to hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, because I cover Dragon Ball Xenoverse news, Dragon Ball Z, new movie 2015 news, and I do playthroughs if you want to check out any of my recent tabs for anything like that. But, like I said, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Link to the article in the description down below. I am Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace.